are tuned in to Sip and Talk podcast. I am your host, Miss Londa. Joining me is my beautiful co-host, Queen T, and my other co-host, Missy. We are going to go into discussion this evening. The topic is about Micaiah Bryant. We want to know what your opinions is, and we would love to hear it.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Does anyone have anything they would like to say? I can start off with the video. Give me 1 second here.
So the first thing we are going to listen to is, before we give our opinions, is the first 911 call that was made. And so here is the 911 call. Just 1 second.
Where is your emergency?
This is
It's okay.
Zoom. I know it's Zoom. Taking forever to load. Now I don't want to load or play. It could be Zoom or it could be Facebook. Yeah, it ain't. I'm sorry, we're not gonna be able to share the video.
I'll play it, and I'll just
Comes
hold
with
it.
the custom domain.
I'll just
Oh
play
wait,
it.
let me try this.
I was going to say I could barely hear y'all guys.
Okay.
I'm skipping the ad and it's not.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Okay.
So we just forget this?
I'll just play it on my phone and maybe
Okay.
turn it around. Okay, so, this is the first, 911 call, and I'm going to try to, play it on my phone. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, here we go.
Is there an apartment number letter? What's going on?
The
Hey, you
address
need to talk to me.
is 3171. We got these grown girls over here trying to fight us, trying to stop us, trying to put our hands on our grandma. Get here now.
Have you seen any weapons? Ma'am, do you see any weapons?
We need a police officer here now.
Do you see any weapons?
Police officer now.
Ma'am, do you see
We
any
got
weapons?
on the dogs trying to hit us. No!
She's so scared. He keep asking the same question.
Okay, that
That's
was
why I'm
the,
over here frustrated. I'm over here frustrated. Like you keep asking, do she got web? You hear all the chaos in the background. You know there's a
Exactly.
competition.
Mm-hmm. So that was the first 911 call. And so I'm going to play the second 911 call. Hold on 1 second.
The remaining time on that audio will just be a dial tone, but again, you'll have that full information. We'll play the second call now.
What's the address of your emergency?
It's on Legion Lane.
What's the emergency there?
Oh, well, never mind. The police are already out here. Never mind. Thank you.
And so that one must have been a mother that called and said the police was there. And so the next thing that I want to play is the video. So you go video.
Again, those were the only two 911 calls we received, and we did not receive any 645, 459 emergency line calls. Just for some additional information, we received those first call at 4:32 p.m. Officers were dispatched at 4:35 p.m. and the first officers arrived at scene at 4:44 p.m. The first video we're going to show you is from Officer Nicholas Reardon. Officer Reardon was working a one-officer car. He was hired in December of 2019. He's currently assigned to Zone 2, second shift, and he is the officer that discharged his firearm.
What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, get down, get down, get down, get down.
You ain't shoot my fucking baby. You shot my baby.
Back up. She had a knife. She just went at her.
She's a fucking kid, man.
Sorry about that, you guys.
Damn, are you stupid? That's my fucking kid. Hold on. I told you.
All right, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? All right. What do you need? You need to pull her down? This way. All right. 200. came at her with a knife.
And then, so the second video is gonna be, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Give me 1 second. And then the second video, second video I'm going to play is it in slow motion. Okay. Let me try to turn this light a little bit that way. Okay.
Slow motion.
Can you guys see that good? Okay. Look at him kick her.
That was the father,
The
right?
father. Okay.
So we heard the first 911 call. Does anybody have an opinion on the first 911 call? So the first 911 call, I'm assuming it was Micaiah. She called
Yeah, that's-
911. That was Micaiah, right? So she called
Oh.
911 and she told them that there was adults jumping on them. Somebody was trying to jump on her grandma. Hurry up and get here. He continued to ask, was there a weapon? I could have sworn I heard her say twice there was
A knife.
a knife.
Mhm.
I don't understand the purpose why he kept asking the same question when she said, hurry up and get here. But then after the police got there, she still came outside and went after the other girl. And then the dad jumped in and was kicking the girl in the head as well.
Well, my input is when the police got there, being parents, I'm a mother. I would have stopped the situation. Period. I would have stopped the whole situation. And this girl will be alive today.
But you would think that also that them being foster parents, that they would have mediated the situation and not even let it escalate as far as it got.
Exactly.
It should have never went that far. You being foster parents, you were supposed to escalate. You're not supposed to jump in fights like so. My question is, how are those kids in that foster home actually being treated? If you can jump on this kid for this kid, you get what I'm saying? That's not adding up to me.
Right. First,
Another thing,
the
sorry.
video was really hard to watch. You know, just even hearing it.
just being a mother, and you're like thinking to yourself, what if that was my kid? What if that was my daughter? What would I do? So that goes to show you what happens to a lot of foster kids. You get what I'm saying? That like they're not really treated, because if that was me, I would have stood in front of that gun. I don't care if I would have did whatever I can to protect our children. You get what I'm saying? We got to protect our kids.
Well, had they been playing their roles right, though, there wouldn't
It
have
was
had to be anybody to stand in front of a gun, because once the police was called, she should have never been allowed outside the door.
right. It's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Exactly.
And when I look at the video too, there was another video Saturday that I had watched, and I listened to it too. And what I don't understand is the dad was there, he came, jumped in it. It was just so much commotion going on. But like everybody said, these were adults, these were grown women, and somebody should have put a stop to it. Even the foster mother should have put a stop to it.
Yes.
Yeah, to be honest, because I was in a foster home before, they don't really teach these foster parents these things. They don't teach these foster parents how to diffuse certain situations or how to help these youth. All they want to know is a background to see if you're capable.
Right.
But other than that, they have no,
But
No
sis,
training.
being an adult and being a parent, you don't need that's not something
Exactly.
that should have been taught. You should have just automatically knew how to deal with that situation as an adult and being a foster parent and over
being
these
a parent.
Exactly.
But this is
But
the
not
problem.
only not only that, when I was listening to it on Saturday, it seemed like, from what I was hearing from the girl, either she was a foster sister or a cousin, she knew everything that was going on, because she told everything that was going on. The foster mother was egging it on, like she allowed it to happen. She allowed these grown women to pick on the teenagers in the home.
And that's the problem, right? And maybe we have mother instincts, right? We have that mother instincts, right? But a lot of times these foster parents don't, because they're foster parents. They're detached and they want it for the money. And that goes to show you right then and there. Because sometimes you may have to teach them, because why? They don't have the mother instincts. They don't care. So then
they shouldn't have the license.
Exactly. I agree. But it shows you how the system needs to change. You see how the foster care system is so close to how the policing system is, and how everything is intertwined for people to fail. That goes to show you what happens to our young girls and our young boys.
And one of the viewers, Belinda Lynn, she said, "Did I see the father kick that young lady?" Yes, he did.
Yes, ma'am, you did.
He football kicked that girl. And as a parent, you're going to protect your children, but she was on the ground because Micaiah had pushed her. As you saw, Micaiah pushed her down to the ground, and then her dad kicked her, and Micaiah launched to the girl in the pink. And I have more footage of different officers from their camera. So let me continue to go. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, this was still the footage in slow motion when the police was trying to, see after she was shot here. But look at the parents standing by the car. You see those?
Are those the foster parents?
Yes. Because that's the guy who said, "You killed my MF daughter."
We'll move on to the second video. The next video is from Officer Sergey Akpalo. Officer Akpalo was working a 2-officer car with Officer Eric Channel. He was hired in June of 2014 and is assigned to Zone 2 second shift. Again, each of these videos will have several minutes of officers driving to the scene that will be available to you in the public records request.
$200. We need that 24 hour here.
Are you guys okay? Are officers okay?
Officers are okay.
Fiona, put your hands up.
You wanna come sit in my car, please? Come sit in my car, okay? Come. Just come.
Can you get my phone for my mama?
Yeah, I'll get that later. Come sit in my car.
Can you guys see it?
Just stay right here. Just stay right here.
9201 code 1 will be on the 3 en route. She just kissed me. I just got here. Babe, it's okay. Calm down. It's okay.
Yeah, 200. We need more cars for our witnesses.
Okay, I got a 10-3 rolling. I need more cars.
Have a seat. Work quick.
200, is this still involved? I do. I understand.
Hey, friend. Have a seat. Have a seat. All right, come sit over here in this car. Man, come sit here. Go ahead and have a seat. Let's hurry up, please. This is urgent. Have a seat. Please. I'm going to have you sit in that car over there, okay?
Oh my fucking God, bro.
Man, come with me. Yeah, I'll get it
I
later.
need more cars. 10-3 rolling. I need more cars.
Selfish son of a bitch, man, for shooting that girl. Man, come with me. I'll get it later. Let's go. Shoot my girl. This ain't permanent in your life. I want to keep fucking She came out at you with a knife earlier?
No, she just, that's what the police
That-
did.
that lady on the floor?
She came after me.
With a knife?
Yeah, so he got her. Can you please get my phone and stuff?
Have a seat for me. Have a seat for me. Yes, we'll get it. We'll get everything.
Please, sir.
Guys, back up, back up.
You want it? LTD copy.
We don't have enough jump. I'm trying to find one now.
Yes, sir.
200, we got a medical.
Okay.
Rolling, sir.
Okay, so they were putting the witnesses in a car at that time. As you can see. It's just a sad situation to me.
I'm gonna say this, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I keep saying it, and I'm gonna continue to say it. At some point, people need to be held accountable for their own actions. What was he supposed to do in that situation? There was no reason for her to go after this lady with a knife once the police was there. What was the whole purpose of that? So what was he supposed to do?
Especially when she called 911 in the beginning. So you went in the house, had enough time to call 911 and then come back outside to the fight. That's the point.
You see, that goes back to the parents again. You get what I'm saying? It goes back to the parents because, like I said again, they allowed her, you know, and yeah, but I think it goes back to the parents again. You know?
It does. It goes back to the parents because basically they didn't handle the situation the way adults should have handled it. As far as I'm concerned, they don't need foster care license anymore. I hope they take them, and they should be held accountable for the situation as well.
And the dad should be, and the stepdad who kicked that young lady.
Yeah, there should be some charges brought against him. Yes, he should
be charged with assault. The young ladies that they put in the cop car to witness the one she attacked, they should be charged with, you know, some kind of big, you know, because they came to her house to assault her. You get what I'm saying? But it kind of, you know, just went the wrong way, you know, because they did come here to fight her. And then also I heard, you know, she was talking to the officer, you know, she said to him, oh yeah, she tried to attack me with the knife, but she never said to the officer, I came here to fight her.
And what gets me is where's the remorse? This girl just
she was worried about a phone.
I don't hear her. Yeah, she's talking about food or
They're not
snacks or
asking
something,
her.
a phone.
You're not asking them, is she okay? Is she gonna make it? You
He
get what I'm
said
saying? There's
she
no
used the word. She used the word. He got her. She tried to attack me, and he got her. You heard the way she said, like he got her. Like
Yeah, he got her. Yeah.
heard that.
what?
They said he even said Blue Lives Matter after he shot her. Did anybody hear
No, he
that part?
didn't.
I
I didn't
didn't
hear that.
hear
You heard it?
I didn't hear that.
I didn't
I
hear
didn't
that. You
hear
heard
that.
it?
Oh, okay. I don't know. But
And
the whole thing was
Belinda,
just disturbing. It's just ridiculous all the way around. And yes, those adults need to be held accountable because they could have put a stop to it even before the police came.
Yep.
That's a perfect example of accountability. You know, that is a perfect example. Like they could have diffused it. You teach them respect. You know, you teach your children respect. You teach them how to treat people. This wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching them these things.
and then Belinda said, hi, Belinda Lynn. She said in her comments, it should have not happened. Arrest the foster parent. They instigated it.
Yeah,
You're right, Belinda.
they did.
Yeah, you are so right, Belinda.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad when adults get into kids fights. It's
But let
ignorant.
me, and you know what? You got a lot of adults like that. Well, where I'm from in Jersey, you got kids out here. You got parents out here fighting with their kids. You know, it's a kids fight, but the parents out here with them fighting. I'm confused. I would never get out there into a kids fight. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's my kids. Guess what? We're gonna avoid it. You gotta avoid it some kind of way. You know what I mean? You either go the other way, call the police, but I'm not gonna be out there fighting with no kids or either allowing kids to be fighting. You know, I mean, but you got some parents that's like that. You know, that's really kind of ignorant to this stuff. Like seriously.
Yeah,
You know?
and their ignorance caused the girl her life.
Okay, let's see what else we can watch on this video because it's a lot on here and it's very interesting as well. So hold on, let's play the video.
Get out of here.
That's fine. Do we have a notify? Take care of it, ma'am.
Sir, I'm gonna have you go over there. Back on
EMS, go straight in, please. Go straight in.
Send them in. Send them in.
The third body worn camera video will be from Officer Eric Channel. Officer Channel was hired in June of 2014. He's currently assigned to Zone 2 Second Watch and was working with Officer Akpalo.
I'm trying to hold it clear so everyone can see it.
Y'all come on and eat. Sada?
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, don't move that. What are you going to do? We need to try to, you want to try to pull her so we can.
Yeah, Johnny, come free rolling. I need more cars.
What do you need? Can you pull her out this way? We're out this way.
200, is this deal involved?
200 acre. He shot her. Why you shoot her? Where's she hit? Where's she hit? She breathing back. She charged her. She came at her with a knife. You didn't have to shoot her, but in the leg. That's a fucking girl. Now she's here. We just got over this shit. I don't know if you feel pulse and you start to press me. And you gonna shoot her for nothing? Get a scorecard for the out control, please. Come on, stay with it. Don't argue with her. Hey, watch her back. Watch her back. Come on. Read that knife. Do not. Wake up, ma'am. Come on. Come on. Stay with us. Stay with us. Keep that knife close. She did not come with no knife action. Knife right here. I seen the knife, but she didn't come with the knife. Come on. Come on. Stay with me. What's her name? What's her name? Micaiah, come on. Stay with us, Micaiah. Come on. Stay with us, Micaiah. Come on. Come on. Stay. Stay.
And they have the paramedics trying to revive her.
200, we got a medical. Come on.
Oh, that's the police trying to revive her.
Come on. Hang with us. We got one. You just got out the car and shot her. Come on. All right, don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. Come on, Micaiah. Come on, Micaiah. You ain't shooting. Come on, Micaiah. Stay with us. Stay with us.
Oh, there's more. She's muted.
Did you have something you wanted to say, Latoya?
What I was saying was, he said, stay with me. What's her name? Stay with me, right? In certain situations, when they see it's critical, they automatic try to pick that person, put oxygen, try to, respirate them, or either hurry up and put them inside the ambulance and try to get them to the, I'm just saying, I don't know. Because it seemed like they stood there, more to try to revise her, because I've seen it, that people that got shot and, when the ambulance got on the scene, they rushed the person into the ambulance to get them to the emergency room. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that was still the police trying to revive her, the ambulance.
Oh, it was still the police? I couldn't really see. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
They hadn't got there yet.
No. Oh, wow. That's even worse because out here where we live at, the ambulance take long too.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm lying. Sometimes the ambulance will get there before the police do sometimes, but depending on the situation. And it's kind of crazy,
So how many times did he shoot?
4.
Well, yeah. I would say that 4 shots was overkill.
Yeah.
I would say that, but in that situation, I mean, yeah, and then like you were saying earlier, Latoya, they don't.
I was about to say that.
I'll let you go on and say it.
Okay, yeah, and definitely it's an overkill. Like I said again, I said I was me and Yolanda was talking about it. Londa was talking about it earlier, and I was just saying, like, it just starting to be so frequent. An incident could take place. It could be you, anybody else, any of us. You know what I'm saying? An incident could take place, and depending on the situation, if you armed or armed or unarmed, because people been getting killed unarmed too. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's like officers are shooting to kill instead of shooting to retain them. You know what I mean? To have them to, drop their weapon, to disarm them. You know what I mean? So I would shoot for the leg, the arm, something to disarm them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not going to shoot for your chest. I'm not going to shoot for your head. I'm not going to shoot for where I know it's going to, potentially kill you for number one. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just happening too frequent. And like you said, with the 4 shots, that was too much. Yeah. Too much. And it's just ridiculous. Like I said, again, everybody's shooting to kill, not shooting to save a person's life, regardless of the situation. I mean, I get it. When you're an officer, you got to think fast. It's your life or theirs. You get what I'm saying? But your job is not to take people's lives. Your job is to protect and save, and you get what I'm saying? So when there's a situation, you're gonna try to, make the situation, go smooth as possible without anybody's getting injured. That's what they're supposed to do.
I just feel like he should have
Oh,
fired a
okay.
warning shot. Cause I know when I hear gunshots, my first instinct is to, I'm gonna get down. Like, who's shooting? But so I just
I was listening to another
This recently happened.
another talk show the other day, and one of the guys, I've seen him. He's an actual police officer in Birmingham, Alabama, and they were asking him questions regarding this incident and the all the other police killings that's been happening. And they asked, like, why is it that they shoot to kill? Why can't they taser or like we just got done saying, shoot in the arm, shoot in the leg? Because he said really officers aren't trained to kill. So
exactly.
Really?
Yep, they're trained to kill.
Oh, wow.
They are.
Oh.
They're trained to kill.
Who's trained to kill? I guess all I heard you was saying somebody's trained to kill.
Police officers.
The police officer are trained to kill.
But they not. Look, let me tell you something. I'm confused because, like I said again, we are civilians. You get what I'm saying? We are civilians. That citizens. I'm sorry, we are citizens. And it's just like, you are treating us like animals. What right. I say, you get what I'm saying? Like I'm confused because, like I said again, your job is to protect and serve.
Exactly.
Protect and serve. And then when y'all guys take those oaths, y'all know what y'all signing up to. This is a dangerous job. It's a dangerous position. You get what I'm saying? You know what you're signing up for. And it's just like, I don't know. It ain't acceptable.
It is.
I'm talking. I'm on the chat now. Come on, get out of here. What you just getting up? Come on.
Okay, so we're gonna watch some more of the video.
Come on. Yeah, bring him in. Come on. Back him up. Hey, back everybody up. Come on, Micaiah, stay with us. Come on. Stay with us. Come on. Come on. Stay with us, Micaiah. Come on. Come on. Micaiah Bryant has been positively identified as the 16-year-old killed in this incident, and law enforcement has been in contact with her family. As I said last night, the important step now is for BCI to conduct a independent and transparent investigation. The Columbus Division of Police will assist them, but we will not interfere in any investigative process that they have. Our role is to provide them the information that they request and do so in a timely manner. We will not interfere. We will not provide input. We will allow them to conduct their investigation. At the conclusion of their investigation, that investigation is sent to the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office, where it will be presented to a Franklin County grand jury. And eventually the packet will come to the Columbus Division of Police, and we will review that incident for policy compliance or violations. Now, Mayor McGinter will come up and say a few words.
Okay, and I think that
Continue to meet with faith leaders, community leaders.
So that was the end of the video.
I'm looking at it from all angles. As I said before, I hold the foster parents responsible. The officer, like you guys said, he could have did a warning shot. 4 shots to me was overkill. I don't think he should have had the shooter in the chest, maybe the leg or the arm, or just like a warning shot, like y'all said. I'm not sure if he knew that he was dealing with a 16-year-old. I mean, she was, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, does he really know that? I mean, she was a bigger person. So did he know if he was dealing with a woman or a child? I don't know. Are you trying to unmute, LaToya? Okay.
I wanted to say something on that. I feel like it shouldn't matter if she was a child or adult. You understand what I'm saying? Life is life, humans are humans. You get what I'm saying? But, also too, with her, well, he didn't take the telephone call, but it's just like, either way, just certain situations you got to, think or, deal with, I don't know. It's just, it's not, it's no excuse if that was a child or adult to me,
Okay.
you know?
All right.
Belinda said all those grown people there, they could have stopped it. They just want to see who was going to get hurt. I believe so too, Belinda, the way the parents were standing around.
And so we have Ambe McKenzie who has just joined us. Ambe, do you have anything that you would like to add in onto this situation?
Yes. I don't find no fault in Shorty's death with her, first off. If it would have been vice versa, a little white kid, they'd have shot him. Matter of fact, they wouldn't even shot him. I just watched them on these videos on Facebook. A white man driving in his truck, crashing in the police cars, one stuck on the side, a man standing on the other side with an AK, not one bullet. Then the next day, white man beats up the police, beat them with their own baton, gets in the police car and drives off, not one shot fired. There is no excuse. Our people just got a problem with finding fault in things and being over judgmental and not caring about themselves enough to realize we deserve the same justice. If somebody having a bad day, somebody come to your house to fight you, or you in a foster home getting jumped on by these people, you got a right to defend yourself.
I mean, but a weapon, did anybody else have a weapon though?
And when it's more than one person, that is a weapon. If you're getting jumped, you understand? I don't really know the logistics of it. Now, her actions between them doesn't justify her death at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So if she hurt somebody, he could have shot her and hurt her, but he didn't have to kill her. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. Get shot by a bullet. You're gonna get stopped in your tracks. First time, second time, third time, fourth time. You know what I'm saying? So how many times does it take you to use lethal force to stop somebody? You're doing a job. This is nothing personal. And if you're taking your job too personal, then it shouldn't be your job. You know what I'm saying? So right now, this probe going on with police starting in Minneapolis, this is gonna go nationwide. Defund, de-arm, get these people on about their business, reestablish new law enforcement from our communities, same thing they did in Iraq. We got to rebuild this government. You know what I'm saying? And the federal government is doing it only because China's pressing charges on it. The same thing they did to Iraq. You understand what I'm saying? So we finna see a day of justice and freedom, but we got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna land on our lap. You got to bring up topics to these people of what you seen wrong in your community that they did. Period. That's all these people want to know right now. What do you know? Do you have any evidence of anything that these Minneapolis police have done in the last however old you are? Give up your information. You know what I'm saying? And it helps diffuse situations like what that little girl just went through. If they don't, they got a taser, and she shot a gun. He shot a gun, he should have shot a taser. I mean, something's wrong with their training or something's wrong with their mentality. I'm not even gonna say what it is. I don't know what it is. God and them know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But us on the outside looking in, we know it ain't right.
So, okay, so let me ask what is your opinion on as far as the parents? What do you have to say about that?
You said as far as the what?
The parents in the situation. What is your opinion on how they handled that situation?
Well, my opinion is I've seen it a lot with group homes, and people only want some money. Exactly. They probably didn't even care about that kid. It was just a check. It's like a PCA splitting a check. It's like daycare splitting a check. It's all, you know how our community get down. We know our community. So we are the peers in our community that can judge these situations in ways the outside world looking in cannot. We on the inside looking out. We know what you did. You can't hide from us. You can play the game with all them people with the wordplay and the lawyer games. Cool. Come in my neighborhood, I'm gonna tell you what you did to that kid. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you cared, the household wouldn't even been ran like that. Period.
Yeah, that's facts. All right, Miss Queen T, I haven't heard from you. Do you have any input?
Yes, I resonate a lot with what the brother was saying, because they're misusing their guns a lot. I understand that the main people that should be looked at as the foster parents and the parents, right? They should be put accountable, right? But why is it that we're losing so many of our people to guns? If they don't know how to shoot to help save or diffuse a situation and they're shooting to kill, then maybe they should step back and stop using that. You have a taser, you have handcuffs. There's so many things. You have a baton, hit the girl on the leg and the knee and have anything. You get what I'm saying? You have so many resources, but they keep reaching out to guns. And then now we have another life. She had a promising future. Yeah, it wasn't right that she had that knife out, right? But her parents should have been held accountable for that because she's still a child. And officers didn't even know that. They probably didn't know. That's the problem, because they didn't try to figure out. They just gun. There's a problem, shoot. And to me, that's not okay.
Got you. Stacy, we haven't heard from you. What you think?
What do you guys are addressing me?
Yeah, I just said, what is your input on the situation? How do you feel?
Man, I just think the whole thing was just crazy. It could have been handled different. Yes, the adults in the situation should have, could have, would have, but they didn't. I think the police, as far as people saying the police did whatever to protect, I feel he was negligent in some way, because you let off 4 rounds, regardless of who he was shooting at. Just what if, even though he didn't, just what if you had to hit another person that had nothing to do with that fight, period. That was just ridiculous. And I mean, it could have been, he could have stopped it some kind of way. I mean, you're a police officer, you're trained. This is what we keep saying. These officers have training. Not only do they train before they actually become like as rookies or whatever, they still have to train. Even if they were 5, 10, 15 years, they still have to take training. And I'm quite sure they know how to diffuse a situation if a person has a knife in their hands. You know, the old saying, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, who gonna win? The person with the knife or the person with the gun? The person with the gun gonna win. So therefore, if he had the gun in his hand, why didn't he try to at least subdue that girl to take the knife from her? Come on, I think it could have, regardless of the shoulda, coulda, woulda, is sad, is over with, is too late, the girl is gone. So now you got to see what's this cop's fate is going to be.
Well, I don't think the police was wrong for trying to save a life, but what I think he was wrong at is for shooting 4 times. You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way. Like he was trying to save a life, but it's the way he went about it.
Exactly.
When you watch it, he get out the car, he's like, what's going on? And then pop, 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 pop. Like, wait a minute.
How do you try to save a life when you use a gun to harm another life?
Right. Well, I mean, I just feel like he seen a girl with the gun, he reacted, and it was just overkill. You know, and at the split, you know, he got there. We don't know what was going on beforehand. We don't know. You know, it was a large crowd, as we saw. The police officer got out. It was a lot of people, you know, and he seen her plunging with a knife. That's when he shot. I feel like he was trying to save a life, but he didn't have to overkill. That was overkill, shooting 4 times. I just feel like maybe he could have shot in the air. You know how when you hear a gunshot, you're going to go down. You know, maybe if she would have heard a gunshot or something, she probably would have fell down.
Right.
You know?
I'm just thinking to myself, if I'm an officer, right, and I'm trying to save a life and I see a hectic situation, I'm either going to shoot a gun in a direction where there's no one there. So it's like, I got a gun. This is my warning shot. Or I'm going to shoot where it's not going to kill anybody. I'm going to shoot a foot. I'm going to shoot a hand. I'm going to shoot an arm. I'm going to shoot something if I'm trying to save somebody, because she had the knife in her hands. I'm going to aim towards the hand. I'm going to aim towards the foot. I'm not going to shoot someone. So that's the problem. The problem is you shot to kill, because we can't say he's trying to save a life when he took a life.
Exactly.
Not only that, how many other phone calls came in? So how many calls did this come on his call? Like, it seemed like everybody.
It sound like 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then it makes people more scared in our community. It's like we call the police, right? We call for help, whether we're right or wrong, and we get hurt. How many of these cases are going unnoticed? How many times have this happened in the community? It happens a lot. So right now, at a time where we're sensitive and there's so much things going on, I don't think we need this gun violence from our police officers. We need them to save, that we need them to help. We need them to show that they have some humanity within them for our culture, our people, not to diffuse situations with violence when there's so many of us already dying. That's the problem.
Facts.
Granted, there is still parents and there's still people that need to take accountability. We get it. But where is the officer's accountability as well? When they hurt and they kill a life that we cannot get back. That's the problem.
But so is it still not safe to say that people still need to be held for their actions?
Yeah, of course, but there's other ways to be held for it without dying. Like.
No, I'm not saying that, they should have to die for it, but in that situation, 911 was already called. Why not stand? If you was gonna go out and try to stab the girl, why not just do that and not call 911?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was in a situation where I got jumped before. It's no fun. You don't know what's happening in someone's head. They're scared. I was jumped by over 20 people, almost unconscious. That's right there, a weapon. You get hurt. I was a little brain damaged from that incident. So, and sometimes when you happen, you're not thinking straight. You gotta understand she was a kid and she's not having people and parents around her properly teaching her right from wrong. She's scared. So, so she had a knife and then she probably felt safe when
why go outside?
No, let me tell you, she probably felt safe when she seen the police officers come. She was like, oh, I feel safe. So she had that knife, not thinking it out of fear. So that fear, it doesn't mean her life should have been taken. He should have shot her on the foot, like I said, somewhere else one time. I get that. You get what I'm saying? But for people to keep losing their lives in the hands of officers and our children and our men, it's not acceptable.
Why not stay in the house though? You've already called 911.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. People that are getting hurt and they're getting attacked are not in their mental state. They're not in their mental state. She was getting attacked. Anybody that has ever been jumped before or been hurt before, and this young girl was in the foster care system, you don't know what else she's been through. You don't know what else.
Okay, so let me give you a scenario. These people came to my house to jump me, right? If I'm gonna go outside and stab her, I'm not gonna call the police. I'm gonna stab her and I'm gonna be gone. And I'm still have my life.
Yeah, but I will tell you something. Are you suffering from mental issues? You don't know people's certain, you don't know their mental state. You don't know their capacity.
Well, I know it's
different. A lot of our people are getting hurt right now because they don't have that mental state. So there has to be a system in place for those people that don't have it, that are not there. And I know you, Queen Miss Londa, you an amazing woman, and the way that you do things is not how everyone else would do things. Not everyone is reasonable. I admit what she did was outright silly. She shouldn't have done that. We logical people can, think that, but she wasn't, obviously. But it doesn't mean that she should be hurt because of her illogical.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, I know.
Well, I get what you're saying. Mr. Ambe, you were saying something?
Yeah, I got one strong piece to add to this whole picture that probably cleared up for you. I got a daughter, you got a daughter, and I don't know how many of y'all got a daughter. And these daughters, it's crazy. Okay, this new world is nothing like what we came from. We knew how to fight one-on-one. We had a lot of different things we grew up under. Today, they feel like they gotta prove themselves, jump off the porch, talk the loudest, be the baddest. So when you add today's kids in that picture, you see a bunch of dead babies. Not according to our rules that we sit here saying all the kids should be dead then, because they all bad. They all bad as hell. You can't tell them nothing.
I wasn't saying that she should be dead, but Since you brought that up,
Yeah.
okay, yes, I do have a daughter, and actually, we have been in a situation where there was a lot of people that came to the house to fight us, and somebody, and I'm not mentioning any names, did bring a knife into the situation, but me being the adult in the situation did not allow them out of the door to be able to stab anybody.
Yes.
That's my whole point.
I understand, but that's that one time. You can't use our personal lives as a judgment, because we gonna cast a stone and it ain't gonna work, because it's gonna come back, because we done all did wrong. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I'm still stuck in this one round. I ain't gonna bring all that up, but it just happened in this month for everybody. And if you know what this month means, like brother said too, in his little religion, everything came in this month. Every universal Bible came in this month, and this is the month of judgment. All the angels are here to judge, so we cast judgment fairly right now. You understand? We weighing it against each other. What was really going on? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm adding this one piece to say, I don't know who her mama and daddy was, what cloth she cut from, but I do know these kids today. I do watch a lot of internet beefs, and I do go to a lot of shootings, and you know what I'm saying? I be in the middle of this stuff every day, and it don't make there is no sense to what they're doing. You get it? If I call you out and say, slide right here, I'm supposed to slide on you, and I know you got a gun, and I'm supposed to bring a gun. We supposed to die, one of us? Dude, this ain't the Wild Wild West, and I'm not coming. But I'm not able to tell these kids that. They feel like they got a rep they gotta make. They got all this other stress, imperialism going on in their lives with these fake rappers and all this stuff. You get what I'm saying? And we as parents don't got no control. How do we even got control? We can't even put our foot in these kids' back. They subject to steal on you if you touch them. You feel me? Now, back in the day, my mama could punch me, and I'm not gonna steal on her. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta watch it when you let things go, because you're gonna let something go and it's gonna turn around and bite you. God said don't play with nothing. Take everything serious. So why are we lax? And the white man is not lax. He's very relaxed to killing you. You understand what I'm saying? Because he gonna make sure you listen. Since y'all can't handle y'all business, I'm gonna take them out in the street. We was told that as kids. So why is we even going through all these motions instead of trying to teach the kids what we was taught? I'm not gonna cast judgment because I see what broke already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's broken. It's on us. That baby dead because of us. Not keeping the village together. Not being tight. You understand what I'm saying?
It says it takes a village to raise a family.
This one of the family right here. We grooming him right now. You understand what I'm saying?
But Ambe, and I know we talking on the subject, but do you know who I am?
You said, dude, you did a Chinese movie. You did like this. Do you know who I am?
I'm Bishop Williams' daughter, Missy.
Miss Williams, who?
Bishop Williams' daughter, Missy.
Oh, you got all grown now. Okay, that's what's up. What's up, bro?
But we'll talk later. Back to the subject.
But I get your point, though. I get the point. It's just.
Can you hold him accountable for doing this?
Yeah, because he should know better. He need a whooping.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's part of the village, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm building a village. I'm rebuilding my village. I'm not gonna play with it no more. I'm just gonna be accountable for what I know what to do. You understand? And just put it on. Tell the kids the truth.
I'm a mother that understands because my daughter got shot with a rifle in her back. So I'm a mother that understands. You know, it's just sad to see everybody got their opinions on how they feel. And that's why we're here, because we're going to agree to disagree. We're not even disagreeing, but what I'm saying is everybody has their opinion. And my daughter got shot close range with a rifle. Yeah, in Indiana. So I know how it feels to have one of my kids be shot, you know. And I'm just saying that it hurted me to see the police officer shoot that girl, not one time but 4 times. that hurt it, to see that. And, I'm not saying, and how I feel, I believe the police officer was wrong for shooting her for 4 times, but I just, when you see the police come, put that knife down. There's some good police officers out there too, that I believe.
Yes.
But the thing about it is that at the same time, like she was lunging at the girl with the knife, we don't know what the police officer, especially seeing a lot of Black people around, you get what I'm saying? He looking around like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of Black people around, and because he got out the car with his weapon drawn, and it just, to me, it doesn't justify he shot her 4 times, but to me, I looked at it as when he seen the girl going with her as the knife and coming down, that's when he shot, but he overkilled her. I don't know what he was thinking. It's just my opinion,
That was what they was ordered to do in my mind.
Right. And I just want to say something, Queen. Thank you for sharing your story. And I just want to apologize for that pain you had to go through, with your daughter. And I'm just sending you a bunch of love. I love you.
Thank you.
I love you. And I'm happy that you're on here with us.
Thank you.
Be able to do this segment with us. Because I know that's
yeah. And it's a horrible thing to feel that pain, because I was here in Minnesota when I got that call at 3:30 in the morning from a nurse at the hospital. Hey, your daughter's been shot. We got surgery. So I know when I saw that video of the girl, it brought me back to my daughter. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody, what if it was your daughter? That's what I'm saying. I've been in that situation till it was my child. When the doctor said if she would have got shot far range because of the speed of the bullet, luckily she got shot close. It stopped it. So I know my daughter was a victim. And I know how it looked to me when I was watching the video. It's sad. Because I still look, I'm a looker. Even when she got shot, I see her still moving, and I'm like, oh my God, like, it's sad. It's sad. Mm-hmm.
And in situations like that, I mean, I'm almost speechless for real, because that is sad. All the way around is sad. It's almost legally at this point, he may get off because that's how they may look at it. The family, if they try to sue, they may not even have a case at all, and who knows if they'll even get money from the city or whoever to help pay for her funeral.
Okay, so
Jake Hill.
Okay, first, Belinda, before Jake Hill, Belinda said she was scared. They all stayed in the same foster home, or in the same home, foster parent fault. And then Jake Hill said the officer was a hero. She was about to stab someone. Doesn't matter how many times he shot her, she was about to kill someone. And that's his opinion.
And so, Jake, I would like for you to elaborate on what your opinion. I mean, I get it that you feel he was a hero and everything, but to shoot her 4 times, I don't feel that was needed. I feel at that point it was overkill. I mean, we all know as Black people, if we hear a loud noise, we all ducking and we running. So again, like everybody has been saying, he could have shot a warning shot.
A hero is being able to save a life without harming another.
Without taking another life.
A hero is a leader. A hero has love and compassion for a situation and tries to find a way to diffuse a situation, not take a life for another life. That's not a hero. That's my opinion.
So Jake Hill, do you have anything else that you would like to add as far as our feedback? If you would like, you are welcome to click on the link and come on camera and voice your opinion.
A lot of times, I even noticed with George Floyd, Dante, you got what a lot of times is called in the media an agitator that'll say things like we here marching and protesting. We want justice, we want peace, and then somebody run up out the crowd, you guys should go die, right? there's gonna always be that to have that point of view. But when I don't agree with someone's point of view and they're more aggressive, well, that's a hero. That's the best thing could have happened to a Black child. And if he was being bad, just kill him. Okay, that's really not no compassion though. You feel me? Death is not warranted. If you just watch this whole trial, that means that people watch this whole trial and don't understand the levels of killing a person yet. You understand what I'm saying? Because George Floyd was an example for the world how America judges death at the hands of another person in the law. You feel me? So we just watched how people who professionally testify about how you do this and what the purpose is and was it to intend and was it not and what their job really is, right? And then we turn around and you have your own call him a hero. That's hurtful from the inside out. You get it?
Yeah. So Jake Hill, did you have anything else that you would like to add? I mean, what do you feel about our opinions towards what you just spoke on? Maybe he just said his opinion and he left. But yeah, I'm not sure that I agree with him on that.
And then I would add a piece to what he said, because I do understand the logic without the addition, without the total logic. The logic is, if you would have stabbed that other person or them other two people, right? You would have deserved to got hurt too, because you're hurting someone. You understand? Those people came to that fight, so they just as guilty as you in God's eyes. And when people believe in God, everybody on that floor was sinning at the moment.
You're saying the people who came to the house to fight?
They all came together. All of those people in that party of that case, we're gonna call it a case, right? Are guilty of entertaining that, because that's not the way you have and solve a conflict. So therefore, they all stepped over the line already. You understand what I'm saying? The approach was a violation of law. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Property, space, however it entertained, step by step, if you read it out as an adult. When I go and find my babies fighting and hurt or something happened, I don't want to hear nobody talking about this or that. I want to understand what happened step for step. What part did my baby play in this? How did this happen to my baby? You feel me? So when I'm hearing about my community in the same effort, you feel me? I want to look at it the same way I would look at it if I was at home. You know what I mean? So if it was my niece, my nephew, my cousin, my mother, my sister, my brother, I'm going to know everything. You know what I'm saying? And be careful not to be sent off in a rage, because I need to know what you was doing.
Yeah, now let me tell you something. So I was in Gary, and one day I was going to pick up my children from school. Well, they were walking home and I was going to the gas station, and I seen a big crowd of people. And so I see my daughter, because of course she had the brightest hair. And I saw like 5 or 6 girls around her that wanted to fight her. Me as a mother, well, if you want to fight my daughter to get it up with, you're going to fight her one-on-one. You understand what I'm saying? Because it to me, it kept lingering for a week and a week and a week. And I kept telling my kids, turn the other cheek, call me, let me know what's going on. To the point, sometimes you just get tired of people picking on you. So I was the parent out there, but I felt like in order to get this out the way, let them fight one-on-one. And she didn't have a problem no more. She got the aggressor. You understand what I'm saying?
So when we host, oh my bad, go ahead.
And so that's what happened in a situation like that. Maybe she was tired of them coming at her, trying to fight her, you know, at the heat of the moment, you know.
I'm going to read these comments. Jake Hill has responded, and he has wrote in a few comments, and what it sounds like to me is he has a little bit more insight than what we do. So he says, no, they didn't come together. She was not getting jumped. They got into an argument about chores. Her foster mom came out and said it was over not doing chores. She was not getting jumped. That was a rumor. I live 3 miles from where it happened.
Okay.
So I guess he's responding the way he's responding is because he has a little bit more insight than what we may have read in the media or heard in the media.
But I heard it was over chores too. Remember yesterday, we heard it was over chores too, about cleaning up a house. I did hear that part.
But my stance is still the same on overkill. I still feel it was overkill. I don't feel that to shoot
What
for
state
time.
is this again?
What?
What state?
I said my stance is still the same, that I feel that he
No, I
didn't
heard
have to
that.
shoot her 4 times.
I said, what state were they in?
Oh, that was
Ohio.
Ohio.
Okay. That was a state where the Somalians and the blacks had a war at, I believe, too. Yeah, that's Ohio, Columbus. Somewhere. Okay. The level of violence of that community might be what he's speaking for. I don't know that community, but I see what's going on here, and I'm pretty sure everything the same in every little trench and trap, and you get what I mean, wherever we love to call our neighborhoods, and the attitudes and the kids and the talking all fast, talking crazy to you like they all hard, or you know what I'm saying? The disrespectful little weirdos that we are not controlling. You feel me? Allowing to have guns in our houses and getting down with their beefs and actually making them think, instead of dealing with the whole thing. Civil law was, you killed my daughter, I go as grandfather and approach grandfather or whoever's in charge, and you're gonna hand us over that person or our whole families are gonna engage. That was known. That was civil law before criminal.
In the video though, I did hear the girl that was getting launched at with the knife in the pink said, I just got here and she just charged at me. So she said that she just got there because it looks like the girl was fighting one girl.
Yeah, I didn't see no other people.
I didn't see no other people either. And so it looks like the Micaiah was fighting one girl.
So
and
they just
and then the girl in the pink was standing by the car. So when we watched the other video cam from the officer, we can hear the girl in the pink. Oh my gosh, she just charged at me and I just got here. I don't know, she was basically saying she didn't know why the girl charged at her with a knife and she just got there.
Wow. It's still the level of violence.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm. Understand.
And I'm pretty sure she acted where her environment is.
Yep.
And we know what these environments is. And you just can't walk up and let no kid talk to you nowadays because they're crazy and they're gonna do something. You're gonna have to do something to them and deal with them too long. If you ain't getting them from the root and trying to help them or really grooming them, y'all see what's going on out here. Here, Gary, Chicago, Wisconsin, Ohio, everywhere.
Oh yes, I know Gary.
So, listen to their little music. This is what they really think they is. You understand?
Yeah.
But it don't mean that you get the judge who killed my baby.
That's true.
If you would have shot her in her arm like I know you was trained to do it and went through her shoulder and accidentally hit her, I could dig that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
If you shot her enough to get her down, she still moved, you got closer and your boy tased her, cool. It was enough for y'all there to do it.
Yeah.
You feel me? But no, just whack her one time in the head then. I mean, you gonna kill her anyway. What's all the overkill for?
Right.
If what people saying, just whack them, then y'all should get marksmen out here that can shoot you dead in your head every time they shoot. One shot. You want it respectful? I don't understand the thought. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm gonna love my people regardless of what they do. I'm gonna ride with you, and we gonna ride together. But when we done, we gonna deal with this.
I'm gonna let you know how I felt after that.
No, we gonna really deal with you put me in this jam.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, now I'm gonna cut you off or whatever from here. You gotta have a brick wall for people to hit in your life. Your kids, anybody. For real. Otherwise, they're gonna run over and they're gonna run off. and they're gonna do whatever they think is right, and they got their own laws now, and they don't even know what your grandma was talking about, man. Skip your grandma, man. Woo.
We got another comment from Jake.
Yep.
He said, cops are not trained that way. Even if he shot her in the leg or arm, she would have still been able to stab the other girl.
Okay, at this point, Jake, I'm sorry, but it's like, are you a police officer? Because it seems like you're making a lot of excuses. I got some of your point of views on the situation, but at the same time, I mean, if she was shot in her leg, I just don't see her still getting up trying to stab the girl. It seems like you're just coming up with too many excuses, and I'm sorry that's your
But that
personal
ain't their
opinion, but
training.
this is my
That's what we've been
personal
accepting. That's not the police's training. You understand? We just went through a whole trial, the whole world, to learn police training from the FBI, from the BCA. Everybody had to testify in George Floyd's trial. So once again, I'm gonna elaborate for you, my brother. You might need to go watch the whole trial again to understand how you kill someone in America. We're not talking about your personal thoughts, none of that stuff, bro. We all love you. We a village. We just want to make sure when we walk in the courtroom, we think in the same way. You feel me, bro? Because I think everybody thinking the same way right now. Yeah, you could have did if I would have had the gun and it was my baby on the ground. Do you think I want to kill this baby? Come on, player. It's not like that. But if she stabbed my baby once, I'm gonna pop her in her shoulder. Then you better believe I know how to do that. If I got a gun in my hand, believe that. And I'm just whatever they want to call me. You feel me? So think in reality. I'm not going to get your license. I'm not concealing and carry my gun with me every day. The military that rolled down on me right here in Minnesota and gave me all my guns back. But I stand on my Second Amendment. I don't let nobody tell me nothing. Read the laws, read your Black dictionary, learn legalese, learn why the language that you're understanding and speaking really ain't the same. Learn the 14th Amendment, the 13th Amendment, Slavery Acts, and why when you resist and you give up all your rights without reserving your rights when you sign on paper. I reserve all my rights, regardless of what I sign at the bottom of every statement. Mr. Man, you don't own me. I'm not a corporation or a corpse, a dead entity. I don't do that. I'm giving my people the truth. You don't have a right to even touch us, but if you accept it, if you sign your name there and you give your rights away, then yes, they can do that to you. You feel me? But it's brothers that's standing up right now, filing paperwork in this country that a lot of y'all don't understand and don't dig, but it's the Moorish American family, the true Native Americans from America who's standing on these clauses for you, the 544, get on the petition, get the bill signed, get out here with us. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't have a right. We got these rights. They don't have these rights. Their rights are alienated. They're our servants. How is your servant making you a slave? Peace and love. I'm off that.
Yeah, and also let's just highlight what happened at the Capitol when it was, white people that came in and busted in the Capitol and they weren't, they weren't dealt with guns, okay? Let's talk about when the kids, okay, were going into high schools, and having a massacre with a gun, not a knife. Let's talk about how they're still living and they were deemed mental illness, okay? But when it comes to our Black men or our children or our people, God forbid you have a phone in your hands. We are dealt with guns. That's the problem.
Indeed, Queen.
Yep, indeed.
I agree. That's the first thing Black people do is put their hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. You understand? Look, off the subject too. Look at the man that was in what was he, in the army or something? That pulled into the gas station when they maced him.
Do you know what this means? You putting on love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice. Yep. We got love, peace, and we getting a little truth right now. They just gave us a day of justice on 420. Get high with your justice day, right? We waiting on our freedom. That ring finger. You hear me? They got the studio working, Daddy? They rapping right now?
Jake commented, he said, I know officers, that's how they have said, that's not how they are trained. If a cop tells you to drop a knife and you don't listen, they will shoot. And then Belinda said, because they are white.
Okay, so
training day.
I get this, all right? I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from, but my thing is that you're giving them too much credit. Is my whole point of view. I think you're missing the whole point. She didn't have to die to save a life. He did not have to harm her in any type of way, is what we're saying. He didn't have to kill her. So I don't know if you're personally close to the people that was involved, or maybe was he your dad or something? Because it's like you're putting a lot on it, and you're giving him, you just taking up for him in a lot to me.
And CC Van said Jake Hill is white. That's why he's so negative.
Oh, because I tried to go to his page and it wouldn't, I couldn't figure nothing out. I knew it was something about
your
him.
opinion is not
too
valid.
hard for the officer, like he's his attorney or something.
Well, I'm sorry, but this is within our community. This discussion is our community, within our community.
And then he's sorry, I don't mean to interrupt Queen, but he said Jake said he saw the entire video.
And so did we, and my stance still stands. It was overkill. He didn't need the shooter 4 times.
He said, not the edited video, the entire video, and he's mixed.
Confused.
Well, I'm very glad that Jake, that you are mixed. I applaud you on that. Congratulations, my dear Jake. And I'm glad that you've seen the unedited video. But that still, our notion still stands.
Yeah.
She did not have to die. Simple. Yeah.
That's the whole point here.
If you are a hero, that means you learned how to sit here and diffuse a situation without having violence or killing somebody. That is a hero.
So let me ask you a question, Jake. So if it was your daughter holding a knife and the police shot her 4 times, so the officers, would he still been your hero?
And he had the gun. Would he shoot his own daughter?
That's what I want to know.
CC said Jake looked white to her. I'm just a comment reader. I'm sorry.
I'm just sorry, but I can't control what they put in the comments. I can only respond.
Hey, well, I gotta respect him at the same time, though. I don't know how to say the brother name y'all saying, but
his name is Jake.
His
opinion. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's give Jake his respect for his opinion. Do you understand where I'm at?
Yeah, but we're just telling him that our stance still stands, though.
Right.
And your opinion doesn't need to keep being dragged because.
And it's cool. It's cool. It's love. It's peace. It's true. We give peace, brother. Power. We going. We with you either way it go. Remember, I'm gonna ride with you all the way, brother. But I'm gonna let you know when we done. When you see this bullshit that excuse my language. Excuse me. That was $15. You just cost me. Look, I'm gonna still ride.
Put it in the jar. Put it in the jar.
There you go. Cash out.
But I do appreciate Jake for having this opinion, because there's a lot of people out there that feel that the police is right and it was justified.
So, when the police get defunded and all this and all that, Jake might become a cop. And what's gonna be the difference from today to tomorrow? His opinion is his opinion. Then he might be Siobhan, the next Siobhan on trial.
Anthony the Barber Mills.
Gotta say.
Anthony the Barber Mills said there was so many ways to handle the situation. And he said, "What's up, cousins?
What up, cuz?" And I agree with you. It was a lot of different ways to handle the situation. I do. So I guess Jake is through talking.
Some state for no.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jake.
So does anybody else have any more input?
Hold on, I'm finna see right now, and I'm finna let y'all hear from the truth. All right, hold on, let's see.
You got a video?
Watch this.
Okay.
What do you think about the little girl they killed where?
Ohio.
In Ohio. You know about the police killing that little girl? Tell them, just real quick, how do you feel about the police killing that little girl?
Not good.
Why?
Because they killed her. I don't know.
Just talk loud if you don't want to be on camera.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. Talk loud.
I said I feel bad because they killed her on a rub and they did that, so that should be arrested. But
All right, America. That's how the kids feel. We can feel whatever we want to feel. That's how you want the kids to feel? Jake said they should have killed her. Do you believe what Jake's saying?
He didn't say they should have killed her. He said the cop was a hero.
He said the cop was a hero.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Jake
tell
can
you
hear
what
you.
he said.
Jake, how you feel about that?
I'm gonna say it.
Jake said the cop was a hero for killing the little girl. Do you believe what Jake's saying?
And keep in mind, our kids are our future.
no,
How they feel and what they say matters.
I
Because
don't believe that he's a superhero and killed the girl. That wouldn't make sense.
Okay. Y'all
Okay,
hear that?
Anthony says the officer wasn't analyzing the situation as he was pulling up. And that's probably right. He probably just reacted on impulse and
No, his job.
on what?
But it's his job. He wasn't there as just a person going up to a fight. He's a trained police officer in interacting in these situations. Can't nobody, any and everybody do that. Trust me, I'm out here in the middle of
it
gunfight.
does not make
Just do
sense.
that.
It doesn't make sense that things are being acted on impulse when it comes to our community, but when it comes to the European community, it's really thought out.
Queen,
Where is the balance there?
Jake said, we all have opinions, and I don't think he had a choice. If that was my daughter and she was going to kill someone, the cops had to do what he had to do. It's not all about emotion.
Like
How
I
do you
said,
know? How do you know she was going to kill someone though? It was a knife. How do you know that knife would have killed her? If the police
Now you
officer was
talking.
there and the police were there, they're strong, they're men, could easily pick that girl up, threw the knife, slammed her on the floor, anything could have happened.
Like someone said earlier, beat her, he could have hit her with the baton.
Could have hit
How
her.
far away?
The officers are trained, okay? They go to school. They are trained. Once again, why is it when they are dealing with the European descent, they know how to act and they use their training accordingly? But when it comes to our community, they're acting all over the place.
How far away was he?
That's a good question. We honestly don't know.
Because that's what I want to know. And if he
Looked like he was when he pulled up about 20 feet.
Don't ask me. I don't know about the measurements.
It looked like it.
I don't know about the measurements.
It can't, because he pulled up, said, "Hey, get down, put the knife,
I
get
heard him
down."
say that 3 times.
And then he fired. And then Anthony said he had enough time once he pulled up and as he left his vehicle.
So is he saying he had enough time
to analyze the situation?
Okay.
I can play the video again.
Well, where's the one with the picture?
The picture.
Jake says she made a bad decision and a cop isn't going to risk someone being stabbed to death. Anthony also said he didn't utilize his timing on an already heated situation. So his first instance was to pull his gun. If you look at the video.
I'm looking for it now.
For me, it just sounds like somebody that really loves the police. And like I said, a lot of times you get an agitator that'll just keep you going and going, which is good because he's getting a lot of the thought out here for us to debate about. So that's a good thing. Our opinion was our opinion, and his opinion was his opinion. We respected it, but it's good.
There's a lot of different opinions. So Michelle Latrice says it was definitely so many ways that cop could have handled the situation instead of shooting first. Cece says he did not have enough time, though y'all gotta we gotta be realistic. Anthony said when she was on the ground, he had time while she was on the ground. Now, I did see her on the ground. Mm-hmm. That I did see.
Mm-hmm.
in the video. So, I mean, maybe, there's a lot of ways, to look at we just need to view all the videos. There's clips here and clips there. So once you piece them all together, then that's how you get the full story. Because I did actually see her on the ground in the video that I have. She was on the ground. So he did have time enough to analyze the situation. She got up off the ground and then she went towards the
other girl, yep,
with the knife. Now I did see that. So I will attest to that. Does anybody else?
We're gonna watch it again
He
in
could
slow
have tased
motion.
her on the ground.
I got the slow motion clip here.
So while you guys are viewing, I'm gonna step away. Jake has also written another comment. She was about to stab someone, and I respect officers. Don't get me wrong, not all cops, not all good. Don't get me wrong, not all are good cops, but I think this time the officer is right. The media edited a lot of it, is what he's saying. So there, like I said, maybe we need to watch some more footage and piece it all together to get the full story.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this video. I'm sorry, let me go to the video. Okay.
Again, those were the only two 911 calls we received, and we did not receive any 645, 459 emergency line calls. Just for some additional information, we received those first call at 4:32 p.m. Officers were dispatched at 4:35 p.m. and the first officers arrived at scene at 4:44 p.m. The first video we're going to show you is from Officer Nicholas Reardon. Officer Reardon was working a one-officer car. He was hired in December of 2019. He's currently assigned to Zone 2, second shift, and he is the officer that discharged his firearm. What's going on? Hey, get down, get down, get down, get down. You ain't shoot my fucking baby. You shot my baby.
I can't see that.
Okay.
It's too bright.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to turn the light a little bit. Okay, Jake said tasers don't always work. Okay, let me go back.
Evidently, because I don't hear them being used.
Okay, Anthony said when she was on the ground, he had time while she was on the ground. Okay, sorry. He could have tased her on the ground. Jake said she was about to someone, and I respect officers. Don't get me wrong. Okay, you read that. CC said when he pulled, the first thing he came up on was that the dad slamming and kicking a girl, which is true, on the face. He pulled the gun out to stop him. That's when she came out of nowhere trying to stab the girl. Everything happened so fast. That's what CC said. Jake said tasers don't always work. Jake said he found the unedited video on YouTube, so I'm gonna go look for it. Anthony said little boy kicks her in the head. She gets up with the knife. He could have stopped it then and shot in the air or tasered her. I said the same thing. And Michelle said, and he didn't have to shoot her that many times. Even a shot to the leg or something would have stopped her. Cece said so many things could have happened at once. Maybe he didn't have to shoot so many times, but I think he reacted off impulse. I agree with that too. Jake said that was her foster dad kicking a female in the head.
And why was he doing that as an adult and as a foster parent?
She don't even look like she was getting jumped, because it looked like she was handling the girl on the ground and got up and launched at the girl in the pink, but the dad just kicked her after the fact. So let me go to YouTube real quick and find the unedited video.
But while she's doing this, I just want to clarify that I never condone the police shooting anybody, our people, period. But at the same time, this situation speaks volumes to me because there's just a lot that went on that shouldn't have went on. And I personally, I blame the foster parents. I feel they caused the girl her life. Also, I just feel that he did not have to kill her. When he shot 4 times, at that point it was overkill. And that's my stance, and I'm going to stand on it. And I also feel that we still need to be held accountable for our actions a lot of times. This is going to remain my stance. I'm sorry. He kicked a whole totally different girl, not her. That was a grown, I guess she's saying that was a grown woman, and I didn't kick the girl with the knife. He didn't kick the girl with the knife. He kicked another girl. Yeah, one of the girls that came to fight her. But my whole point is he shouldn't have been doing that. He should have been defusing the situation because he was the adult in the situation. It should have never went that far. It all comes down to how the kid is raised. She would be alive if she didn't have the knife and listen. Well, listen to what? Because obviously the foster parents was egging it on. So who was she supposed to listen to? Cops should not be thinking on impossible with a tactical and technical decision, is what Anthony just said.
Well, to me, I just heard a lot of different jurors. So I'm like, this is a hung jury.
And it possibly could be, but I'm just saying, like, he said that it has to do with her raising. Well, the foster parent, I don't know about her real parents, but the foster parents, obviously they were condoning it because the foster dad jumped in and was kicking another girl in the head.
Yeah. But if y'all peep the way I keep looking at it, I'm kind of on the edge.
Okay, look at this one, y'all. This shows that they were in the driveway first. So let me try to see if I can. Let me see. Did I press play?
Yeah, you press it again.
Hold on, let me turn it up first.
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, get down, get down, get down, get down. We'll play it for you again. This body camera video shows Officer Nicholas Reardon arriving at the scene. He asks what's going on, and then Reardon fired 4 shots at Micaiah Bryant, who police say was armed with a knife and was about to stab that girl in the pink. She had a knife. She just went at her. Here's the 911 call that led police to the scene.
We got these grown girls over here trying to fight us, trying to stab us.
A lot of people have said, couldn't he have just shot her in the leg so she dropped? We don't train to shoot the leg because that's a small target, rounds miss, and then they continue on, and there are people behind that could be in danger.
Paula Bryant is Michaela's mother.
This never should have happened. She's a loving girl.
You know, within 6 hours of the shooting, police released this video, which is unusually fast. This rapid response comes after the death of Andre Hill. He was an unarmed black man who was shot and killed by Officer Adam Coy 4 months ago. Coy did not turn on his body camera until after he shot Hill, and he never rendered aid to him. He was fired, charged with murder, and pleaded not guilty. Now compare that to this shooting, where 3 responding officers had their body cameras on when they arrived, and they started performing CPR almost right away.
Cameras and the footage increase accountability on both sides of the camera.
That's the Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther. He campaigned on a promise to implement body cameras, and the department started doing it back in 2016. This week, for this shooting, he pushed for the footage to be released.
Were you worried that it might be too risky to do that, Joe?
So it's crazy.
We heard him say, get down, more than once. So he gave warning.
I'm gonna have to look at that video because I can't see that.
Yeah, he did. So, I mean, you know, everybody got their opinions. I'm just the co-host, so I'm listening. So, but
Jake Hill says that's disgusting. They foster parents would join and not diffuse the situation.
and he right by that.
Yes, he
Now,
is.
I believe you're right. You're totally right. But it looked like they were fighting when the first police officer that got the one that did the shooting. It looked like they were in the driveway.
So
when the police pulled up, it looked like they were in the driveway, and Micaiah was fighting one-on-one with the girl that she knocked on the ground.
Yes.
And then she got off, she left the girl on the ground. That's when the father kicked the girl and she launched at the girl in the pink. Now, the video I showed earlier, when they put the girl in for a witness and the girl in the pink in a police car, she was like, I just got here. She just charged at me with a knife. Like she just got here.
We know better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's game because then she also showed no remorse. All she was worried about was
her phone and her keys. So
period. So them two was already in that house doing whatever they was doing with that girl. The fight came out the house, it looked like. But I'm just saying, I know girls. I know exactly how this went. And the point is, I want y'all to catch. Because look, most of us don't be in the house with the kids. It got too much law over the kids. Even when we come around, they don't even want to hear nothing we got to say. They got certain attitudes or certain situations going on from home. You know what I'm saying? The fights have always been conducted in our community by the women. If you pay attention. You get what I'm talking about? They all dealt with by the women, from the boys to the girls. They'll call the dudes. They call the dudes. We know how this goes. So now the liability of that little girl laying on the ground is from the fight squad that was raised. We come through, fight. Come on, little man, fight. He get up, grow up, he shooting people.
So Jake said, what kind of man kicks a woman? And Cece said, I don't see what y'all saying.
Black man.
Which part, Cece? Elaborate, Cece.
Mm-hmm.
Jake must be talking about me. My nose itchy.
But the point I'm making, the judge and the jury right now is the women. You don't see too many men on here. Point being, the fight squad started at home. The attitude started at home. You hear me? That's the things that they get from a mama's household. And that's why she out there in the world with a man eating off of food stamps with a lady in a foster home. That no, it ain't his foster home. He ain't the real foster parent. He laying on that bag. You know what I'm talking about? So what Jake is saying is these scum people live like this and they deserve this. And now, and I showed you in this other little video, they will be negotiated at will. Our women will be negotiated at will. He negotiating right now, guilty or not.
So what are you saying, that because you feel like as women, we see it different than what you see it?
I said the women host the fight squad since the 90s with these kids. And this is only a third or fourth generation of fight kids in the Black community. And what Jake is speaking to is that they kids deserve it because the way they come to school, the way they sag their pants, the way they act in the community. If I had to run up on one, I ain't finna be talking to one of them. I'm popping them. You get it? That's the attitude I feel, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But when a man come through in the community like, man, that ain't right. Shut up, man. You go write yourself up out of here and all this and that. Nobody trying to hear all that right now, man. Then in the end, you hear you was right, but it's too late because the kids is dying. You feel me? This is the scenario. I done lived through all these scenarios. You get it?
Yeah, Cece said, the only person I seen fighting was the dad. I didn't see the girl with the knife fighting anyone until she came up to stab the girl in the pink. No, Cece, the Micaiah, she knocked the girl down. She was fighting the girl that fell. And then she turned around and launched at the girl in the pink. The dad kicked her. So let me see if I can find the slow motion video because.
Yeah, because it was a part where, I don't know if you've seen the part where the girl fell out she ended up on the ground and her legs went up in the air. You can see her underwear and everything. Micaiah pushed her.
Yeah, Micaiah pushed her down.
And then after she pushed her down, then the dad came and was kicking the girl on the ground in the head.
Yeah.
Then Micaiah proceeded to go after the other girl with the knife.
Right.
That's the video that we have. So if anybody else has anything else they would like to add, now is the time. It is 8 o'clock. We are gonna get ready and end this.
I'll say something. And I guess bottom line, like we all been saying, it takes a village to raise a child. If you can't find a village, then we have to be adult enough to parent our kids in a way. What is that old saying? If you know better, you do better. And obviously nobody knew better because they didn't do better in that situation. Now this little girl is gone. You know, parent or foster parent or not, that was not the way to handle it. Point blank, period. If the dad was going to come over and intervene, he shouldn't have jumped in a girl's fight. Number one, he should intervene like a grown man and tried to sit them down, talk to them, something to diffuse the situation to the point where the police didn't even have to be called at all.
Exactly.
But that's not what happened. Clearly, that's not what happened.
I want to say before we get off, can we just have,
that's just sad.
If we can have a few moments of silence for the people that we lost, George Floyd, all the brothers that we lost, our sisters that we lost, our princesses that we lost, just a moment and bow our heads. We come together.
We can do that, but let me read this comment. Wasn't no woman instigating the fight at that moment? If we place in blame, then it's the dad's fault because he was a grown ass man fighting a girl. He's the reason why the police pulled the gun out to begin with. Exactly. I agree.
I agree with you. Yep. And you're right.
That's true.
That's true.
But he could have stopped it. He could have stopped it.
And Michelle said, and I heard the dad was the one who gave her the knife, and he probably freaking was, because look how his stupid ass was out there carrying on.
And then Jake said he appreciate the debating and different opinions. It's fun to talk about these things without attacking one another.
And that's what we're here for. This is a platform for people to be able to come and voice their opinion, not be judged, not be bashed, agree to disagree, and we still respect each other at the end of the day. So thank you, Jake, for joining. Appreciate your opinions and hope to see you soon again on another discussion. And Queen, if you would like to go on with what you were saying.
Oh, okay, one more comment, and then Queen, I'm sorry. And then Michelle said, they said in the video, can you see the dad handing her the knife?
We need to find that video because no, we didn't see that.
Because we can make a part 2 to this.
Okay, this goes on and on and on, honey. Mm-hmm. Queen, if you want to go into your silence. I
ask that we all bow our heads right now and remember and close our eyes. Remember our lost ones, George Floyd. Let's say his name in prayer. All the ones that stand behind him, all the other sisters and brothers that we lost this year and the years before. Let's show them our love. Let's have a moment, 30 seconds, and remembering their lives. I thank you.
All right.
Yes, I thank you. Thank you guys for allowing me to do that. I just wanted to send that love and just show some respect that their lives didn't go in vain and that they're still here with us.
And Jake said, have a good night, everyone.
You have
a good night too, Jake.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, my host, Queen T. Thank you, Stacy and Ambe. It's always a delight to have you guys back again, and welcome Missy back. She is our other host, Queen T. So
it was so pleasant to have you and meet you today. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you guys for jumping in the comments and voicing your opinions. You guys all have a good night. Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Love everybody.
All right. See y'all.